some wrist movements, forearm rotations, and how you can see from the club what has happened. And there's been people saying that Hogan had his left forearm fully pronated at the top of his backswing in transition, and I have to say that that's not true. Also, the claims about left wrist dorsiflexion and pronation going together, it's not actually like that. They can support it. Those moves, pronation and dorsiflexion, they can support each other, but they are not dependent of each other. When we take a grip, when we take our setup, our left wrist is usually in a bit dorsiflexion side. I haven't seen many good players with a flat left wrist. It's in dorsiflexion situation. And also, I think the forearm is quite in neutral position. Now, when we go back here, I think the left forearm is still in neutral position. It's about saying that if I lift it up here and just rotate, and the shaft is pointing that way. No matter if I got dorsiflexion in my left wrist or if I got palmar flexion, if it's cupped or if it's arched, if it's bowed, it's same. The shaft is pointing to the same direction. From down the line view, you can see it's quite neutral. Dorsiflexion, palmar flexion makes no difference. If I pronate, if I fully pronate my left forearm at the transition, it will look like this. Now it's fully pronated, and you can see where the shaft is pointing. No matter if I dorsiflex or palmar flex, it doesn't change that relation. I can do it like this, and the shaft is pointing that way. I need to supinate to get it straight. If I supinate too much, it will go like this. So here, it really doesn't turn my palm facing up or down. It just rotates around. This is supination and pronation in that part of the swing. So, dorsiflexion and pronation, we are here. No one is there. It's neutral. And it's dorsiflexion. Or guys like Dusty Johnson. Neutral and palmar flexion. Also, when coming down at the middle of the downswing, it can be flat and pronated. When the shaft is flattening, the left forearm is pronating. If the shaft is steepening, the left forearm is supinating. If it's in dorsiflexion and pronated, and I turn it to palmar flexion and still pronated, the shaft is still flat. It doesn't move that direction. If I supinate and make palmar flexion, the shaft is still on the same angle. If I make a dorsiflexion there, the shaft is still on the same direction. So, as far as we are there in the transition, or in the middle of the downswing, we can really see how the arm is pronated or supinated from the shaft. That's really visible that way. When we come down, it's more complicated, because now palmar flexion here, rotation here, so many things are moving now on the same time that it's really complicated to say what is moving to what direction. There is opposite direction, there is opposite movements, there is still pronation going on, pronation, 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 and the face is square, because the left shoulder is going so much to the left. Also the left hand is going so much to the left, and the face is square. But the main point for this video was those things, what happens in the backswing, in the top of the backswing. I can do it this way, I can dorsiflex and pronate, and the shaft will be perpendicular to the target line. Or I can supinate and dorsiflex or palmar flex, and the shaft is perpendicular to the target line. Only way it can show to the target, it's when it's above neutral. Thanks. Bye.